Hi YouTube and vinyl community. Thought I'd do a little video on this gadget that I have. It's a SAE 5000A impulse noise reduction system. And to test the box out, I'm going to use this piece of vinyl, which if you are like me and go out to thrift stores, you've probably seen this album everywhere. And it was pressed on the day that President Kennedy was assassinated. Um, I think everyone of a certain age remembers this disc. This is my parents' copy. I was really surprised. It's in very good shape, but just like any piece of vinyl that's over 50 years old, it's going to have a few clicks and pops. So don't want the YouTube police jumping all over me to um, pull off any music that we might have on here. So sorry, guys. I don't think speeches from President Kennedy have any copyright restrictions. So you're not going to get me on this one. But next, I'll show you the box and talk a little bit about what it can do. So this is the SAE 5000A impulse noise reduction system. I just recently had it repaired by a fellow YouTuber who's done some other work for me, and great guy, very thorough and reasonable with his repairs, and can probably fix just about anything. So just wanted to give a shout out. But this box hooks up to your, usually to your tape monitor loop, and it has a inversion feature so you can hear just the pops and clicks. A defeat if you want to hear how your vinyl sounds without the noise reduction, the tape monitor loop, and then a sensitivity adjustment, which is down here, which is a slider potentiometer, a red LED, and nothing really to show you on the back other than RCA jacks, but this is it. And when I was a kid growing up, these boxes, these little black boxes, were advertised everywhere in the audio magazines. So everyone wanted one. I think SAE at the time, if I recall, their stuff was very expensive, and this was one of those boxes you just kind of drooled over. But you know, in today's eBay economy, you can pick these up pretty cheap. I got this very inexpensively. I won't say how much, but I think it was worth it. You know, the next step, I think I'll show you guys a little bit of a demo, and we'll hear some clicks and pops kind of vanish. So let's spin up some JFK. All right, so we have some President Kennedy on the platter. This is the Pioneer PL516, and my cartridge that I'm using is an original Techniques that I had in college. It's a P mount, and I have a Shure P mount to ½ inch adapter and a Techniques head shell. We're tracking at a whopping 1¼ grams. So all you tracking weight junkies who think I'm tracking too heavy, well, I got you on this one. We're not tracking heavy at all. Anti-skate is set to the same, and you might be able to see it's a really clean copy. A few little pieces of dust, a few little clicks and pops, kind of typical of vinyl of this era, but you can see here my parents kept it really clean and treasured this as a kind of a keepsake, and loved President Kennedy. So we'll spin him up, spin up one of his speeches, and maybe we'll do a before and after with the SAE 5000.
Those old allies
I think this is the
whose
inauguration
cultural
speech.
and spiritual origins we
This is
share,
on the Clip
we pledge
Synergy
the loyalty of faithful friends.
SB3s. You can hear a few
United,
clips
there
and
is
pops
little we
here.
cannot
I
do
believe this is the
in
inauguration
a host
speech,
of cooperative ventures.
Take a listen.
Divided, there is little we can do, for we dare not meet a powerful challenge at odds and split asunder. To those new states whom we welcome,
to engage this thing, I have it set up on my Tape 2 monitor loop, so we'll turn it on. There's our tape monitor light, and we're ready to use the filter. So next we'll listen to about the same track. I queued it back a little bit, and we'll hear how it sounds with the filter on.
any burden, meet any hardship, support
and there it is
any
with the
friend,
filter. The volume's a little
oppose
lower,
any foe,
and
to
the
assure the
highs are
survival
cut off
and
a
the
little
success
bit,
of
but
liberty.
you can hear a lot less clicks and pops.
This
And
much we pledge and
let's
more.
move over to the
To
box.
those old allies whose cultural
We'll hit
and
defeat.
spiritual origins we share, we pledge the loyalty of faithful friends. United, there is little we cannot
Here's our
do
clicks and pops.
in a host of cooperative ventures.
Just to make sure this thing is
Divided,
working,
there is
we'll
little we can
mute
do.
the
For
audio
we dare not
and just hear the
meet a
clicks and
powerful
pops.
challenge.
Here they are. We'll slide it over. And they're gone. You have to be really careful with this sensitivity control. If you go crazy with it, you're going to mute out some sound and get some kind of like almost like funky sounding muted audio. But if you're careful with this,
Remember that in the past, those who foolishly
you hear it.
sought power by
It
riding
works
the
pretty
back of a
well.
tiger
It works pretty
ended
well.
up inside.
I'm missing the little black button that fits on this
Those
pot.
people in the huts and villages of half the globe struggling to break the bonds of mass misery, we pledge our best efforts to help them help
So
themselves.
there you are.
For whatever period is required.
Thank you, President Kennedy, and great demo subject here. So sorry, YouTube, you're not going to get me on copyright restrictions. I think this was a good little test. You can have a lot of fun with these black boxes. I know these were really big in the 1970s, and they still have some usefulness in kind of a retro tech setup, and you can have some fun with these things. So hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one.